Hi guys, hello and welcome. How's everyone doing? Hi guys, let me know how you've been, where you're from, how you're all doing, how you're navigating these energies. It's so cold here, guys. It's been raining nonstop the whole day, and they have predicted rain for the whole week. So I know that most of you are in summertime. It's full on winter here. And yeah, not that I mind it, but this, if you're asking why I'm wearing a million layers, this is my GFL top, and it's got a nice Galactic Federation of Light at the back. If you are interested in one of the tops, you can get 10% off with the code LIGHTCODES1. Audrey's going to leave the link in the comments. You can go on their website. I think it's galacticfederationoflight.com. Been raining also in Switzerland for a week. Oh, okay. It's supposed to be warmer that side. Yeah, let me know how you guys have been, where you're from, how things are going, what's happening, how your energies are feeling. I know for me, and we just had a really lovely live now with Vivienne Chauvet. She's going to be talking at the Galactic conference event that's happening this Friday. And yeah, we were just talking a little bit about the energies. And yeah, I don't know you guys, but for me, hello from Quebec, hello from India, hello from Houston. Thank you for joining. I don't know about you, but for me, I've been having like quite opposites of, like a lot of energy, like really hyper, like lots of, energy and excited and, really productive, into like really needing to rest, to sleep, to ground, to anchor, to just take care of myself. So yeah, that's how I've been feeling and what I've been prepping. My astral has been very, very active. A lot of stuff has been coming through my astral space. I mean, I think I had like maybe 20 different experiences in the last like 2 days in the astral, maybe even more. Like only this morning, like my alarm went off and I woke up around 7:30 and I stayed in bed for another 15 minutes. And just in those 15 minutes, I accessed 5 different timelines and different realities within the astral space of stuff that needed to be done and needed to clear that came through. And that's literally just in like 15 minutes and of what I can remember, So yeah, active astral. Hello from Namibia. Thank you for being here. Lots of love. Hello from New Orleans. Yes, definitely a very big heart opening, heart expansion. And again, guys, the energies will peak on Friday with the Lionsgate portal peaking. It did start around the 26th of July. So if you would like to join, we are doing a beautiful event. It's only $44. It's 6 hours, 8 incredible speakers that will be coming on and doing their activations, speaking, assisting you guys, and really understanding that even just by consciously buying a ticket to this event, you are already choosing to upgrade your system and anchor into that higher timeline, anchor into that reality where you are co-creating what it is that you want, and you are closer to living within the 5D realm while being present and anchored within the 3rd dimensional density and reality. So the link is there in the comments. The replay will be available for anyone who buys a ticket before Friday. If you don't buy a ticket before Friday, the replay will not be available after that. So we encourage to buy the ticket beforehand because you're not going to be able to see the event if you don't get a ticket. So we're looking forward to seeing who will come. The nice thing is we will have a Q&A time with every member and every speaker. So you guys can actually ask questions to the speakers after their talk. We're going to have Neil Gower speak from Portal to Ascension. I think he'll be the first one opening. I'll be talking. Vivian will be talking. Ishmael Perez is going to be on and talking. Jerome will be on. The guys from Galactic Federation of Light will be on. Josie will be talking. So it's going to be really lovely. I do really suggest you guys join if you can. So yeah, okay, energies. There's definitely a lot coming through for Mother Gaia itself as well. And a lot of this heart expansion has to do with the oneness, the connectedness, the anchoring back into the earth, and really this taking aligned action. So really making sure that thoughts, actions, emotions, and words are all in alignment, and you are taking an action that is going towards the direction of your highest organic timeline. What does this mean? Don't do something you don't want to be doing. Like, it's really not time to people please and to fall into patterns that aren't serving us. I know it's harder, but in the long run, you will be rewarded if you do follow your heart and your intuition and trust your gut. And remember, like, where you are now in your life is the sum of the decisions that you've previously made. So if you're not happy where you are right now, then you need to make different decisions, and you need to navigate, in a different direction, and make different choices, so that then your future can be summed up and be in a space where you are happier. Okay, yeah, emotions, karmic equilibration, highest version. Yeah, so you'll be clearing for yourselves, you'll be clearing for your family, you might be clearing on a collective level as well. What's earth resonance? I think the earth resonance is like the Schumann's resonance, and it can trigger ascension symptoms. Yeah, of course. Like, the planet is a living sentient being, and she's moving through her experiences, she's navigating her lessons, and for sure, I think the planet is affected from the solar flashes, so I think those can spike the Schumann resonance. The frequency on a collective level can spike the Schumann resonance. So I'm not like a scientist, my information is channeled, and what I speak and what I talk about is what I've channeled and what I've seen and what I've learned within my own experience, which is, my experience. So I'm sure there's the scientific explanation behind that as well. But what I do know is that I'll feel something's off. I will check the Schumann resonance or, the flashes, and there will be something going on, whether it's on a planetary level, on a galactic level, on a solar flash level. So they definitely will affect you. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so you guys are welcome to ask questions if you want. I will keep this live to half an hour as I usually do. I am going to be live for the whole month of August. I will be live every Monday. So you guys will catch me every Monday. I think next week I'm going to see what I'll talk about, probably the settling in of the energies. But let's see, I've got quite a lot of things that are coming up. And it's very exciting to see how the planet is navigating, how humanity is navigating, what is opening up, what is expanding, what we are seeing, how we are shifting, and how we are really also learning to ground ourselves and the other people around us too. Because, those of you who are here now and who are present here now, you've actively made the choice to work on yourselves. You have made the choice to walk the ascension path, which isn't an easy one. And, like, this is what I always say, once you know, when you open your eyes and you see, like, you can't unlearn, you can't unsee, so also like taking the time to thank yourselves and be grateful and measuring your progress, remembering you measure your progress, from like months and years, or lots of months, not where you were last week or a month ago. You need to measure where were you a year ago and where are you now. So, have you made progress? What decisions have you made that are different and that have been shifting? So, yeah, so really understanding that part of self. And yeah, this is also a big energy that's been coming up, holding yourself accountable. So holding yourselves accountable to where you are now. Do you want to be here? Are you where you want to be in life? Would you like to be somewhere else? And then understanding what decisions and what has brought you to where you are now and how you can shift and change that. Okay. sometimes it feels like a fight with the old me and the new me who wants to emerge. Yeah. And again, it's really accepting all parts of self and observing without judgment, surrendering, releasing, allowing, and then taking aligned action, making the conscious decision of what direction you want to go down, what do you want to see. And I find that there's a lot of exercises that help, but one that I find that has really helped a lot of clients in the years is really imagining a version of yourself that you want to strive, that you're striving to be, and keeping a diary or writing down like a paragraph on, who this person is, does, what he or she does, the routines, the habits, the structure, how do they dress, how do they walk, how do they portray themselves, and really then finding things that align with that and work onto embodying that. So let's say you want to become a more confident version of yourself, like write down all the things that you would like this person to be and to do, and then work towards that. And already by writing things down, we need to understand that we are anchoring something from the astral space, a thought or something from a dimensional density that isn't solid, and we are anchoring it in the 3D, in the reality, in the now. So there's a lot of power in writing things down, in saying them out loud, in really eradicating the intention in your reality. So if you're struggling to manifest, that's a good place to start. I, for example, make a lot of lists, like of what I need to do, of what it needs to be done, of how it needs to be done. And then it's very satisfying when you just kind of like, cross them off because the thing is done. And that kind of like motivates. So I make long-term lists, I make short-term lists, I make day lists. And I find that, again, this sense of accountability, holding yourself accountable for your previous decisions within this life and within this reality. So today I had one of those days where I slept like at least 8 hours, maybe a bit more, and I still woke up so exhausted from the energy. So what happens with me is they'll put me through a lot of intense activations before the peak of it. So I'm going through the peak of it now, and probably within the next day or two as well, so that when the 8 arrives and the collective is moving through the peak of it, I'm actually solid, grounded, present, and able to hold grid for everyone else. So that's what I've learned that happens within my system and within my energy field. You guys are welcome to share how you've been feeling, what's been happening energetically for you guys, how your astral space has been. But again, this big theme of taking this aligned action of working on the expansion, of working on the alignment, the heart center, and really, really being mindful of where you put your energy. By the way, like the natural makeup look good on you. I'm actually not wearing any makeup at all, but thank you. I like that it looks like I'm wearing natural makeup. I'm not wearing anything at all. I actually showered earlier, and so my hair is also still like a little bit wet on the sides. It hasn't like fully completely dried, so I'm not wearing any makeup at all. That's why I look quite pale. I don't usually wear makeup for live. Sometimes if I'm wearing it already in the day. But thank you guys. Thank you for telling me I look pretty. I'm not wearing any makeup. I sometimes have makeup on because I've had some on in the day, but I don't really wear a lot. So thank you. Thank you for the girlies, for the support. I appreciate that. Yeah. So yeah, do let me know, guys, how you guys have been feeling. I think because when these big energetic shifts happen, the veil is very thin. It is a good time to call in your guides, ask for answers, ask for direction, and see what comes through, or even like starting new projects, starting like a new journey, a new experience, even a new business. Like this is a good time to do all of that. Everything is very amplified. So it's a good time to manifest and to take your aligned action. Like I cannot say this enough. I think being an Aries, being a fire sign, I do feel a lot the energy of the Leo, within this month as well. And of course, like our Lyran brothers and sisters, very present, these galactic beings that are so beautiful. You can call on them to assist you, and this is one of the most intense energetic times of the year. So also like really take care of yourselves, okay? It's cold in South Africa. Yes, it is. It has been raining nonstop the whole day, and I think it will be like this for the whole week. So it is pretty cold on this side. Okay. I'm going to pull through some codes. We'll see what comes through. Yeah, let's see what they have to say. Shakroat kriasie korokoa ishina yatra triakiero korokot krashira yatra trio korokot kraishira yatra tria trekro yo na shira tria korokot kat kriasia naratra tria tariat creo sorokot kraishina yatre at kiero korokot kraishia shiena tria akrea krai akraya kriasiet kroa kiera tra triat kiera trat krokoa ishina yatra Triatarekt kreasie kroktkra ishanayatra, tianaratre at krie krokotka reasiat kroaisia, shia a re arai siat kra ishirayatra, kreatiro ishirayatra, shira triakiero korokot kre asieno rokot kra ishirayatra, treat krietra koroko aishenayatre akieratra, shokorokoat krea ishinayatra. These codes will help with grounding and integrating. Yeah, so something that just came up as well, guys. You must let me know in the comments if there's any specific topics or things you want me to talk about next week. It is quite open for now. Obviously, this one needed to be about the Lionsgate and just the energies. I will do some integration in the next one coming on next Monday, but I am always open to suggestions if there are things in specific that you guys want to hear talk about. I recently did divine unions and the astral space, but yeah, I did do psychic attacks as well, but if there's anything else, I know those are quite big and popular ones, but yeah, you must just let me know. When I take a toke of weed, I feel more connected to my team. Is that normal? I mean, listen, I'm not really a fan of having any external attachments. I always, teach that you are the perfect machine. It can help in the short term, but in the long run, it's just actually an illusion. It makes you feel that way, but it's actually disempowering because it's taking away from you and your freedom because you now have an attachment that you codepend on and you can't achieve what it is that you want without it. So my advice would be, I don't think it's bad if you sporadically, like if you're smoking 3 times a year, that's great. But if you're using it, as an attachment or as a crutch or to help you connect and you can't do it without it or you struggle without it, then that's an unhealthy attachment. So yeah, I don't know if that helps. AI as a topic. Yeah, I can speak a little bit about that. I did do some lives. Thank you, Veronica. I'll maybe speak a little bit about that. That's not a bad idea. And I'll speak a little bit about the Atlantean karmic timelines and how, we need to kind of integrate AI in a way that is healthy and organic. So yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah, I think really moving forward, like staying grounded, staying present, staying anchored, and really like, understanding what your direction is, what your truth is, what your reality is that you want it to look like, so again, I find that this is a big one because a lot of the time people come to me and they're like, oh, what is my soul mission? What do I want to do? Why is this not happening? And I think when we learn to operate outside the box and listen and release all the preconceived programs and experiences that we be brought up to believe that it needs to be like that. So it needs to be like this. So we need to be like this. Our work needs to be like this. We need to do this. We need to do that to fit in and whatnot. Like, once we clear all the programs, we still need to play the 3D game. So, you still want to have a house and you still want to be able to, buy yourself food and have freedom to move and travel and whatnot. But once you're able to break free from what is holding you within the construct, within the structure, then you start seeing things from a higher perspective, or from a more present, embodied, and open perspective. And then you understand that you can really co-create anything. I think a good way of seeing it is, if you struggle with something and you think you have an attachment to something but you're not sure. And again, this is another thing, guys. There's a lot of freedom in releasing attachments that aren't serving you for your highest alignment. And in this reality, in the ascension awakening process, you progress as much as you're willing to sacrifice, until the sacrifice isn't a sacrifice anymore. It's just who you are. All the energy that you put within your spirituality is energy that comes back to yourself. So it's really about unlearning and listening, okay? Like, it's listening to what feels good in the body, what feels good in the system, what feels good in the energy field. And I think a lot of the people that are going to be speaking at the Galactic conference this Friday will talk a lot about these different things. There'll be a lot of activations. Everyone there, is a channeler or connected to the Galactics one way or another, hence, Galactic conference. Tickets are $44. You can find them in the link below. And you get to ask questions, which is really amazing. This is my first online event that I'm fully organizing, myself with a friend, and it would be great if you guys could support. You will have access to the recording if you buy the ticket beforehand. And yeah, the dream is maybe next year to bring it in person in the States, but let's see, one thing at a time. I think for now, if you can, support in that way, that would be absolutely lovely. Okay, yeah, I'm going to read some of your comments. Why every ascension process works different from individual on a psychic level. Actually, it's really not like that. There's textbook ascension process things that everyone needs to move through. It's not different. It's actually very similar for everyone. People just interpret it differently because it's through their mind construct and their program. But everyone moves through. There's some like pivotal points that everyone needs to move through the ascension awakening process. One is this releasing of, the earthly attachments. The other one is there needs to be a certain degree and level of heart opening that needs to happen so that you can merge back within source consciousness. And that comes with unconditional love, releasing of judgment. There is always a big lesson on boundaries and making sure that you're not people pleasing and all of that. That's another big one. So it's actually quite like everyone moves through similar things. They just interpret them differently because of their programs. But what happens from an energetic perspective, thank you, Mary, for the beautiful super chat. Really greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. What happens from an energetic perspective is very similar to everyone, because remember, guys, it's frequency, and frequency is maths. And as you raise your frequency, you need to, let go. And obviously, based on your karmic experiences, you'll have different things that need to be let go of, but they pretty much all kind of standard. Like, and this is what I've seen from working with, tens of thousands of people. Okay, guys, I am going to love you and leave you. I do have quite a lot ahead this coming week. Just a few last things. I have closed my Bali retreat, so that will be my only retreat for this year. I have not decided yet if I'll do a retreat next year. I will feel it out in the beginning of the year. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. I will be making a public appearance in the States at the Conscious Life Expo. I don't know if tickets are already available. I don't think so, but as soon as they are, I will let you guys know, and then you can meet and greet and connect with me there. I still have spaces for my 6-week and 6-month programs. And guys, really important, I am doing my training in LA at the end of February. So if you can leave the link for that there as well, you can get more information. I'm only taking 10 people. Thank you, Fadzia, for the beautiful super chat. Really greatly appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the link to my LA training. It's 5 days. You will train with me. I'm only taking 10 people. It's intensive, like the whole day. I think the Wednesday we finish a little bit earlier, but it's usually like 10 to 4 every day. And you will literally learn. Thank you for the beautiful super chat, Jamo. Really greatly appreciated. I will teach you everything that I know. I will work on your system live. You will be working on each other. I'm going to have a special guest come in doing a life force activation as well. There will be channeling and energy work every single day. This is if you can channel, if you can't channel, if you want to channel, if you want to learn how to channel, if you want to learn light language and open up your channel to light language, this is for you. I still have some early birds available. It will be in Los Angeles. And it will be the week just after the Conscious Life Expo. So it'll be the last week of February, okay? Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. I'm going to see you next Monday. And if you want to connect, you can see me at the Galactic Conference this Friday, 12 Eastern Standard Time, 6 hours, 8 beautiful energy workers. And I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye.